So today we're going to be talking about going back in time. No, we don't have a DeLorean. We're not going back to the 80s, much to your dismay.
Man.
But we are going to talk about our younger selves. What is it that you learned too late in life?
My gosh, there's like a thousand things.
All
that I
right,
learned.
just
how much
Too
time do
late
we
in life.
have?
So I think the number one thing that I learned way too late in life is that it is not all about the American dream.
Oh, wow. Yes.
So that, we grow up thinking we've got to make A's in school so that we can get into the best college because
Yep.
that's the only way we're going to get the best job. And we're only going to get the best job. Only if we have the best job will we have the house that we can afford to be able to have, 2.5 kids in a white picket fence. And one of the things I've realized the older I get is that model of American independence and American prosperity and American dream is very isolating, and that other countries do it a lot better than we do it.
Yes. Yeah.
So that was a lot to put into like a sentence and a half. But,
and I
yeah.
would agree with you, thinking back on my life as well and thinking about all the things I missed because I was pursuing that.
Yeah.
Some really good things that I actually just really went right by because I was pursuing that American dream. So I think that's good. What about you, TK?
Well, mine is kind of related to that, although just a slightly different flavor, which is that I can let go of what other people think about me.
Ooh,
I feel like
yeah.
most of my life has been battling that tendency to be way too concerned about what other people think, what they think about me, how they're perceiving me, and be more concerned with what God thinks about me and the choices that I make. And I feel like that really sums up so much of the battles that I've had for most of my life.
Yeah.
And it's related to that because I want people to think that I've got that American dream or
Sure.
that I've got the whatever. I've done the things that I was supposed to do. So I think it's related to that.
Yeah, I think we can all relate to both of those. And I would say, and add just kind of to that, I would tell myself that busier does not equal my worth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're at a time in our culture where the only way that you can feel like you're worth anything is to say you're busy and to be doing 10,000 different things poorly rather than one thing well.
Right.
So I wish I had learned that a lot sooner. Now, the truth of the matter is we could probably go on and on and on about things that we wish we had known then and things that we, could. But the truth of the matter is that all of those things work together to make us who we are today.
Yes.
And
Right.
we can't change the past, but how can we move forward? How can we take what we know and move forward? Because I think that's the better question rather than what would you tell your younger self? Because we can't do that. Yeah. We can only kind of reflect on where we are today and talk about how to move forward.
Yeah, not spending time in regret.
Right.
But thinking about what we can now do.
And because you bring out an interesting point there, because I think when we go to visit the past, we visit the past as a victim, not as a scholar. Is like we go back and regret instead of saying, what can I learn from this experience and how can I use that moving forward to kind of refine where I want to go or what I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
I also think that I look back on the past and say, especially with my American dream thing I'm talking about, that I look back on the past and go, okay, well, I've gotten way too far. I can never make changes. And so that's also really stuck in this, fixed mindset that I can't make changes. Well, yes, I can make changes. I can make drastic changes. And so to me, looking back looking forward also means redetermining what is right for me in my life and what God wants in my life and what the future looks like for me.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of prayer and it takes a lot of talking to God about it and talking to the people in my life about it.
Yeah, and I think that the past tells us we don't have a choice.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
We
Living
often,
in the past.
Sure. And we often say, well, that's just the way I am. It's just the way this is just the way I am. That's just how I'm built. And when the truth of the matter is, no, you always have a choice. And